Here's a short film to help you with the Addams Family chord version. There's the title at the top. Just underneath the title it says Intro, cross-pick if using a plectrum, play twice, and the counting is 1, 2, 3. So you obviously count 1, 2, 3, and you're into your da-da-da-dum. You'll sort of run up, which is this bit here. Intro, that's short for introduction, of course. This is what the introduction is, this two-line section here. Cross-picking means that you would play this note of 5G with a downstroke of the plectrum, this note of 7G with an upstroke of the plectrum, this note of 5B with a downstroke, and this 6B with an upstroke. So in other words, it's down, up, on those four notes. If you're not familiar with my note code, well, you've got some little numbers underneath. Here, where it says 1, this would mean that the first finger of the left hand, this is assuming you're right-handed, of course, goes on the G string behind the 5th fret, and you play the G string. Then you have the third finger, goes on the G string 7th fret, and you play the G string. Then you have the first finger, goes on the B string behind the 5th fret, and you play the B string. And then you have the second finger, would go on the B string behind the 6th fret, and you play the B string. So that's the first four notes. Click, click, that's obviously the clicks you do your fingers. You may not be able to play the guitar and do that at the same time. Then you've got four more notes here, 7G, 9G, 7B, 8B. Same timing as the first section, just different notes. And in fact, these four notes here, 7G, 9G, 7G and 8B, are in fact the same thing as this, just moved up 2 frets. So you can see 5G, 7G, 5B, 6B is moved up to 7, 9, 7, 8. And so consequently the fingers are the same. So there we are. Now you've got this section here, which is the intro, and it's played through in its entirety twice. Then we come down to the verse, verse 1. This also doubles as the organ and guitar solos, which we'll deal with a bit later on. You're counting in twos. In other words, you're going to strum a chord every 2 beats. In the intro, you were playing single notes. Here, you're playing chords, and there are 3 chords to play, F, G minor, and C7. And just above here, we have a little section where I show you how to form those chords. Let's have a look at F first of all. This is a chord of F, and it says it equals 1E plus 1B plus 2G. In other words, you put your second finger behind the first fret of the E string, you put your first finger behind the first fret of the B string, you put your third finger behind the second fret of the G string. And if you combine those 3 notes, you strum those 3 strings, you have a chord of F. G minor, quite simple really. Again, first finger is placed over the 3rd fret, so you can actually sort out those 3 notes all in one go. Flatten your first finger over the E string, B string and G string just behind the 1st fret. It's what we call a bar chord, and that gives you this chord G minor. The M stands for minor. Then we have C7, and this is again 3 notes, open E, 1B and 3G. Bit of a stretch that you'll find, but not impossible. And scroll down a bit, you've actually got the same thing once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. F, G minor, C, 7, F, a single strum every 2 beats, and you'll know where the chords go. Just look at the words that they are written over. So F is played as you sing creepy, G minor is played as you sing cookie, C7 is played as you sing mysterious, that middle part of the word there, and F on spooky again. So, you know, it's pretty straightforward. Down to the neat sweet section. This is the same as the intro, only half. And we have verse 2, which is a sort of a half verse. And then there's a whole raft of repeats here. We repeat the intro, the first verse for the organ and guitar solos. I talked about that earlier. And then you're going to repeat the neat sweet section, and then you're going to go to verse 3. Verse 3, the thing to watch here is on the end, we have 2 C7s and an F, where it goes Addams Family, C7, C7, and then F and the 2 clicks. This is the hardest version of the Addams Family that we do, and I think with the help of this video you should find it reasonably straightforward.